He's gone. Alright. If anyone's here, the first most important thing is making sure the audio is good. So let's actually boot up this stupid game. I mean that very friendly. But actually, let me show you so that you all know that I'm being truthful about this. This is the Wii U Activity Log for this year. Obviously, a few years started, I haven't used it at all. And as we go back, how do I switch this? Here we go. Here's December. I was playing DK64 a bunch. Same for November. October, nothing. September, nothing. August, I turned it on very briefly. All this is nothing. Nothing, 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 nothing. I did my Tokyo Mirage Sessions replay at the end of the year in 2018. That's like 70 hours right there. Nothing, 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 nothing. There's some Injustice, some Batman. There it is. Wait, no. Where was it? There it is. That's right there under Batman. Oh wait, you can't see the screen that I'm looking at. I'm talking like you can see it. My bad. It's on the gamepad. There's no way to switch the screens. But here for March 2018, it shows 30 hours in Batman Arkham City, 3 hours in Smash 4, 6 minutes on the internet browser, 2 minutes on Nintendo eShop, and 4 minutes in Xenoblade Chronicles X. Why was I playing Xenoblade Chronicles X for 4 minutes? I think the same reason that I was using the internet browser for 6 minutes. I think I went into Xenoblade X to get a screenshot. And the way that we got screenshots back then, because we didn't have the fancy screenshot button for the Pro Controller, was to open an app on the internet browser. In this case, I used DeviantArt Stash. It would catch the main screen and the gamepad screen, and then that's what I would use to save my screenshot. Or Miiverse, but I don't think Miiverse worked anymore by then. So yeah, I think I only turned on the game for 4 minutes to get a screenshot. What that screenshot was, I have no idea. It might just be my playtime, maybe. But yeah, that was it, March 2018. So in 2 months, March 2021, it'll be 3 years. But since we're doing it today, obviously it's not gonna, I'm not gonna have to worry about that. According to the Switch, I've turned on Xenoblade Chronicles X 89 times, and I have 292 hours of playtime. That's a little bit. I really wish I knew what my playtime for Xenoblade 1 was, though. Because I played and beat that game like 3 or 4 times on the Wii. So that's a lot. And of course I can add in the, 90 hours I put in it for the Switch. That Wii's not here, though. Alright, so here we go. As you can see, there it is, installed. Or not installed, put in for the first time in forever. Hello, Neon, and yes, the Imgur Stash bunch. That was me. I was that guy. I'm amazed how patient I was, considering it was not a quick process. Especially compared to, like, stuff on the Switch now. Oh, I hit the E button and didn't do anything. Alright, so when I start playing, I'm gonna need, I guess since Neon's here, you can help me make sure the audio's good. So, correct me if I'm wrong. I haven't played Xenoblade X in forever. Does all the audio come out of the gamepad too? Like, if I was to put my headphones into the gamepad, I'd get everything that's playing. Because if that's the case, then I can just mute the TV and I don't need to worry about TV echo. Where's my headphones? There they are. I'm very glad I got these. There's a volume slider on the gamepad, so I think. Yeah. It's just some games. Actually, I'm thinking about the PS4 because the PS4 reroutes music from the console to the gamepad. So when I had my headphones in the PS4 controller, the stream has no audio because all the audio is being redirected, and it really sucks. I wish there was a way to like go around that. Unless I'm just doing something wrong in the settings. I swear that's how it does it. But like, there's no echo right now, right? Because I'm listening to myself talk, but I think it's only playing back once. The Miiverse service is ended. Miiverse and any software features that make use of Miiverse will no longer be available. Thank you for your interest. Miiverse feature, as Miiverse feature, you will no longer be able to use Blade reports. I mean, there's like, no offense, I don't think there's many people playing this game. Oh wow, it's been a bit. Yeah, no, I have my headphones plugged in right now, but nothing's happening. It's unfortunate. Bummer. So, I'm pretty sure you can hear me. Oh, is the game even on? The game is on. I can hear the game audio. You can hear me. You can hear the game. And it's all. I mean, it's the. What is this one called again? Mono X, I think. I mean, you know the fucking the way that they name some of these songs, a little absurd. It's really good though. Like, I mean, over the years, I've had a very shifting opinion on Xenoblade Chronicles X as a whole. But the point that I can't have an opinion on, because it's a fact, is that the OST is good. So, I mean, if anyone doesn't like the OST of X, then I think there's something wrong with their ears. Because, I mean, it doesn't matter if you absolutely hate this game, which I don't. Saying that I hate it is a giant simplification. But even if you hated this game, you gotta admit the music's really good. Like, really good. Okay, the control stick doesn't work on the main menu. That's bizarre. I think a lot of people had the issue also with this game not having multiple save files. Because if you just start a new game, it like deletes your old one, which I think is a little silly. I mean, Xenoblade 2 wasn't the same thing. Xenoblade 1 Definitive, though, still has the multiple saves, which is nice. So that's why everybody had, like, alt accounts. I never made one, I didn't have the patience for it. I just had two Wii U's. I had this one and then the one back home. Which the one back home has my Cruise file, which I 100%ed, and this one has my Janix file, which I never 100%ed. But we'll see how far along I got in it. If there is one thing I know for sure, is that I did not complete the Blood Lobster quest with Janix. It's available. I know that the first lobster is sitting next to the hangar, so I can go there and start the quest if I want to. But if I'm gonna do that, I need to open the guide for it. Because the issue that I had with doing it with Cruise was that I couldn't find the last few of the first batch, of the first like 49 or whatever that spawn. So I had to look at a guide, and I had to go to all 49 locations, even if it was one I already picked up, because I didn't know. There was no like checklist that I could look at. Which I mean, a totally random side note. If you're gonna do a scavenger hunt thing like that, number all elements of it at all times. So like when you pick up the blood lobsters, have them register into like a side inventory. Like have an inventory icon for like blood lobster key item, and then when you click on it, it'll show you the ones that you have, like blood lobster 1, 2, 3, so that when people have to do guides of placing where they all are, they can tell you specifically this one's blood lobster 3, and if you look at your list, you'll see, oh, I have that one, so I don't need to look for it, right? And this isn't a Xenoblade X thing. There's plenty of stuff that has absurd amounts of collectibles, and that the only way to know which ones you have and which ones you don't is to go back through all of them. Which is what I had to do for Breath of the Wild too, actually. There was an issue there too, where I had to hunt down all the shrines, and I had to, like... It was a little easier because you had the big map, but even then some of the icons on the map are a little weird. But, so when I went to a zone, I would have to go to where all the shrines are to find the ones that I specifically didn't find. Random side note, but just something I thought of. I don't know why this song's here. I don't think anyone anyone who's ever played this game. I don't think yeah, that's true. Shrines did do that. I don't think anyone who's ever played this game has any idea why this song is here. Like, I mean, if I was involved with any kind of game design, I would put like a more generic, not generic, but like something that's more like menu music. I don't even think I would count this as menu music. Yeah, I know it wasn't written for the game. It was just like a song that I think Sawano had in like his backlog, and he's like, "Oh, I'll just throw it in here." But it's just it's strange. It's a bizarre choice to put it here of all places. Oh, hey, look, Elysia's in. Gonna join that squad. Oh my gosh, look at my friends list. I haven't talked to these people in years. Some of them I don't remember. Number 06V005 Lifebolt Squad. There's the Blood Lobster guide. Yeah. I mean, do we know how long that would take? Like, even if I was Division Spoils Await, Global Nemesis Spotted. It's like, oh, hey, you were on vacation for like 2 years, but here's your workload. You just dump the paperwork on my desk. Like, get to it, asshole. Game doesn't give shit. Alright, there I am. Or more specifically, they're Janix's. She's the important one. I don't count. Okay, I see, yeah. If I hit the, on the gamepad, as everybody I'm sure knows, there is a button for gamepad and TV screen. So right now it shows the map, but if I hit it, it shows me Janix standing in the administrative district and the music's playing. Rad. So, like I never left. Who's outside my home? Here we got Pongo, Elysia, and Gnosis. So I know who Pongo is. I know who Elysia is, obviously. I have no idea who Gnosis is. It's been a bit. Alright, running is pushing in the stick. Jumping is A. No, B. No, Y. No, X. How do you jump? Oh, wait, what? Jumping is ZR? Is the game music on? Is it back? Ah, no, I can't do it that way then. That's fine. Okay, yeah, there we go. That's a weird button for jumping. But I guess since you have the other buttons occupied... I mean, I guess it's not a platformer, so they wouldn't use the A button. It's pretty good to run around and memorize myself with the characters again. Might be helpful when I go back to New LA in my fanfic and I have to populate it. Because, I mean, obviously I have a whole bunch of OCs that are gonna pop up again and again. We met a bunch of them. Yeah, it was the gamepad TV switching. Like, the TV still displays the game. I thought the music... Wait. Oh no, okay. Yeah, when you do that, the music leaves the TV. That's dumb. That's dumb. Alright, here's my Skell. Is this one Firebird? Because I know I made Firebird in the game, is it? It's like, you can't actually apply, like, fire decals to the Skells, unfortunately, because that's what Janix's one has in universe. I imagine her Skell being a very bright red, primarily, with like some good scarlet flames, like a hot rod, basically. I imagine that Firebird is like the Skell version of a hot rod, a very expensive and fancy car with designer flames on it. It's the kind of thing people look at and they assume that the pilot went for form over function, but then it like destroys an entire enemy battalion in 5 seconds, and it's like, no, they went for form and function. I think that's Janix's whole thing. She's like, she's gonna be a badass, but she's also gonna be stylish. There is Gwen. Hi, Gwen. What's up? Okay, so actually the first thing I wanted to do was show how the world, I imagine, changed between Xenoblade Chronicles X and Xenoblade Chronicles Mirror 4 years later. So actually, let's mount my Skell and see. Items obtained, credits, more credits. There we go, flying away. So, the way that I envisioned it is that, as far as I remember, in-game they never stated what this quadrant is for over here. How do I move the camera out? What are the camera controls? So I can zoom out. Oh, there we go, found them! Oh, that's so much better. Camera was pulled in way too close. So I don't think they ever specified in-game what this section is supposed to be right here. They just state that NLA is... Yeah. I think they just state that the Habitat District was incomplete by the time it crashed. And of course in my fic I changed it to it was complete, and that section was left empty to deal with, what's the word? Like, it's to use it for what they might need after the fact, depending on what planet they landed on. You know, if they needed more residential space or more factory space or something like that they could then later on adapt it for that. So that was how I interpreted it for my fic, because I don't know if there was an answer for it in-game. So in-game, what they ended up doing was they created another district, the Research and Development District, which is basically an expanded version of this one Outfitters test hangar right here. And that's basically, it's more laboratories for blades like Alexa and all of them to get together and study just study the world of Mira, develop new technology, and blah 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 blah. Research and development. So that's what I based it off. Because otherwise, in all my other fics, I always had to do all the sciencey stuff here at the Outfitters test hangar, because this is the only place that the game has introduced as being some place that they do that kind of work in. But it's also specifically labeled as being for Outfitters. And so I'm like, well, I want to do one where it's not just Outfitters, it's more people. So there's that. Also, something I don't think... Oh, hey, look, it's Rock! See how Rock's doing. Hey, Rock. Can I talk to you? Are you busy? I think he's busy. What's this? Fitting in. Oh, right. Oblivia. Which mission is this? Is this the one where we go get flowers? Required level 46. There's Alexa. Hi, Alexa. She's still my favorite. She's still one of my favorites, I mean. Not right now. Oh, and speaking of balls here, I'm gonna show you guys what I got last week. Oh wow, you got an actual blood lobster or a red lobster plushie. That's cool. Oh, I was worried that the stream froze for a second there because the game was so still, no one was moving. Okay, I'm sure if it does freeze someone. So actually, for longtime readers, I think you know what this area is right here. You know why this area is important? Oh, I changed to the sword. How did I do that? Oh, right. Okay. X switches weapons. Now there's Thea. She's the one that Janix makes friends with. The prone that she makes friends with because they're both dancers. And here's Fry. I'm sorry what I did to you with my fake Fry. That was nothing personal. So, this area here is where Skells and Love starts, I think. Where, Janix is just at the bar or something like that. I can't remember what it is. And she sees a Skell and runs off, freaked out, and stops, like, somewhere around here. I want to say, like, right about where Avi's standing. And she's, like, standing, like, sitting on the side of the road depressed. And that's when Alexa comes over and talks to her the first time. But Janix doesn't look up at her, so she has no idea who she is. So, yeah, it was right in this area, was like the beginning of Skells and Love. If I had no self-control, yes. That dark and raining night. It was at night, I don't remember if it was raining. How do I change into vehicle mode? Oh, right, of course. Freaking awesome. Although I think, yeah, this is the one. This is the weird vehicle that, like, doesn't turn well at all. Yeah, I kind of wish you could turn off Don't Worry. I think everybody's had this, not really complained, but everyone's said this before. So I'm not gonna go into that whole category. Not that it's, I mean, of course, the thing is always that people don't, it's not that people dislike it, it's just that people kind of, you kind of want the other, all the music in the game is great, so kind of having one track overpower everything else is kind of depressing, you know? So there's always that. Or, yeah, or make it so that when you take off and land and take off, the song continues instead of restarts. Something like that. You know, just give the option, it would be nice. I never fly long. Yeah, my longest flight was when I first beat the game and they determined that the life hold was in Caldros. I was like, I could skip travel over there, but I'm gonna fly. And so I just flew from NLA to the life hold in Caldros to finish the game the first time. Also, this is not canon. Janix doesn't pilot Skells anymore. Close enough, though. Okay, so that's the research and development district. New Los Angeles on itself also changed for the FIC, and that there are now two more habitat units. Where's the map? Can I see the world map? Here it is. Okay, so I want to go down this way. So the other two habitat units are off in this direction. One over there, and one over there. And the three of them form like a big triangle. And the space in between all three habitat units is where they put the life hold core. Because they went and picked it up from Caldros and they transported it back over here. And so it's like in the center of the three units. Of course, NLA Unit 2 is the only one that we've gone into in my fic. That's the one with the massive memorial park built to for everyone who's died in the 4 years that they've been there. And it's also purely residential. So NLA Unit 2 is nothing but housing and stuff for people, xenoforms, whoever. And NLA 3 is more business-centered for work and businesses and whatever that people are running. There's another curry stand, maybe he's branching out or something like that. I don't know. You know things like that. So that's how I imagine NLA has changed. And I chose in my head because in the original Skeleton Love universe, they were debating on whether going with Project Civilization or Project Expansion, I think it was. And Expansion is building more habitat units, while Civilization is building within Mira. And Expansion went out first because people did not want to... Because there was a bit of a struggle against the idea of disturbing the land of Mira to build housing and businesses, that kind of thing. And so they were like, well, we'll build it on our own turf first, and then we'll worry about expanding into Mira, proper. But eventually, what won out was simply the fact that, well, we're going to probably be living here forever, so it is going to be our home. And so they're like, alright, so then Project Civilization happened. But because we skipped 4 years for Xenoblade Chronicles Mira, both of the projects went off relatively without a hitch. The Badul's Remnants notwithstanding, they finished the 2 habitat units, and they had 2 years aboard the White Whale in addition to the years back at home to work on the first habitat unit. And so it's like, well, then how did they get 2 more done so quickly? And I'm like, oh, well, aliens. The Xenoforms helped. The Orf and the Manon were a big help in developing the other 2 units of NLA in a very, very fast manner. Oh, here's Gulada. She appeared in the chapters dealing with Lugobanda, the Wanderer King. She was the leader of one of the other units, and she is one of the characters I chose to focus on from the main cast of actual. In addition to Gizan, who is the sole survivor of the 100 Hellions. Of course, there's Lara Nara. I mentioned Lara Nara and Lara Mara in what is it called? While they were on the White Whale, as they were throwing a potty, and it was a very, very, very lively potty. L's over here, I believe. There he is. He never moves. Reliable. Which I will say, I get why they did it, but having the characters existing in the world and hanging out is, like, cool and realistic, But then when you want to get certain people for a potty, it's kind of a nightmare. Because they move around when they have heart-to-hearts, and then you don't know where they go. So I kind of wish that they had, like a logbook that you could look at that. Either it tells you where they are, or it just lets you recruit them to your potty right away, Just, that'd be nice. Also, I don't think I ever explained this in my fix, but the way that I approach, yeah. Oh, right, because you can't change the time in the menus in this game. That was a weird choice. Because, for this one, the barracks, I don't know, how do you think the barracks work? You go through this door and you're right in the team barracks? Because the way that I interpret it is that you go through this door and there's like a long hallway that leads to the different barracks, and then you go through another door and then you're in the team barracks. That's how I imagine it being. Because this is a massive building, and to think that it just goes right into Elma's room, into her squad's room, is like, well, that doesn't make any sense. And yeah, if it's the cross versus, yeah, an apartment complex makes sense. I hope I'm not too loud. Like I'm using the laptop's mic, and it's not as good as the other mics, but it actually captures my voice correctly. So I'm like trying to be clear, and I've been told that my voice is very loud and people don't like it. I have not been told that. What do I have here? A sword. Right. I think I prefer that sword over the katana. It's just that the katana is statistically superior. Actually, can't I just use fashion gear to put on a cooler looking sword? Also, I guess it's thematic, because Flairvogel is a Muramasa. This is a very, very long sword. Here's Lugobanda, the star of the part 2, the main villain of part 2. Which, gosh dang, part 2 was like my favorite. I think, well, I mean, I say that every time I write something else for Xenoblade Chronicles Mirror, it becomes my new favorite. But, yeah, this guy. I'm pretty sure this is Lugobanda. Oh, it's just a Chimera. But yeah, I mean, that's what Lugobanda looks like. Prague Aries. Yeah, I'm still missing a bunch of these. Oh, right, this is Janix's file. I keep forgetting. This is the file that isn't 100% complete, so she's probably missing a lot of stuff. Yeah, well, I mean, do you expect Janix to have anything else in her room? These two things tell you a lot about Janix right off the bat, I'll be completely honest. And what's over here? Oh! Well, I have to have this out. Who doesn't have this out? It's so cute. Can't resist. Left squad. Oh yeah, you guys don't want to be part of a Let's Play, right? What's this again here? Yeah, everything's red, yellow, orange. It's like Janix got her hands on the on all this stuff, and no one can stop her. Where's the pet? Is it on the table? Yep, it is. Hi, Elma. I don't remember what I left anyone equipped with. I don't know what I was doing. I think I saw that Fry was wearing a Veyes, and I'm like, why are you wearing that, dude? Good old memories of Earth, which totally didn't blow up, except it did. Such a random thing to just throw in at the last second of the game. Like, oh, we spent the entire game, like, knowing that Earth blew up in the opening and we left. But now, in the last, like, 5 seconds of the game, we're gonna hint that maybe it didn't blow up. And it's actually totally fine. Isn't that weird? I'm like, hang on a minute, how does that work? A strange implication to make at the end of the game. Whatever they were gonna go with it canon-wise, and my fix, of course. Oh no, I called it Cheeto. Actually, that's a perfect name for this thing. Did I never make Firebird in here? That's interesting. J-Lexa. The Janix and Alexa. Aries. Grape juice. Yeah, there's definitely grape juice. Oh, that one looks cool. That is the white one with the big cannon, right? Yep, it's the white one with the big cannon. That cannon is the only super weapon I've ever made. I specifically made it because it can one-shot almost everything in the game. So I just use it to farm giant enemies. Specifically the giant things, the like brachiosauruses that hang out. This one's pink, right? Yep. Minus green. Yeah, so this is something that I mentioned in the fix a lot, but I don't know if it carries well. At least I think I mentioned it in the fix. I don't remember actually now. Is this sword? I think is the one that in the fix for the skells. This is like the whip sword, where like the hilt-ish part of it and the rest of it can detach and it can swing around the other end like a flail. I don't remember if I ever mentioned it in the fix now, or if it was in the old Universal fix. But when I mention a weapon like that, that's the one I'm thinking of. I think there's a skell weapon in the game that does that. I just don't remember which one it is. This is Alexa's skell. front line. Green. I knew it. Like, I said it right as it popped up, but I knew it. Like, I know me so well, I know exactly what I was thinking when I named these things. I knew minus green was the pink one, I knew Mirror Master was the white one, I knew Grape Juice was the purple one. Cheeto's a freaking genius name. This one's yellow, obviously. Let's switch to a small one. Just because, maybe I'll design Firebird on stream. There is a flail super weapon. Yes, there is, actually. I haven't built... I kind of want to do that. I wanted to do that towards the time when I stopped playing the game. I wanted to make all the super weapons because I never actually did. I just didn't. I didn't have the patience for it. Okay. Yeah, that's how I imagine the barracks looking. And then also, the barracks actually have individual rooms, too. Because, right, like, there's no place that people sleep here, you see? There's that, there's this, like, there's no sleeping beds around. So I just imagine that there's, like, doors that lead to individual rooms. So, like, at the start of the story, at the start of part 2, when Elma wakes up in her room, it's, like, somewhere off of this room that we're in. And then when she leaves that room, she exits out in here, and then she exits out into the hall, and then she exits out back into the AD. They're bunk beds, all clustered. Where are bunk beds? Here? Like, actually in the game? In the hologram room? It's not a sleeping room. Oh, what's this? Oh, just for time management. Oh, is that a room in there for sleeping? Is that what that is? Then that's the room. Yeah, but I imagine actual rooms. Like Elma's room is, I guess, like a very small apartment. I don't know. Like she has her bed in there. It's just her bedroom. She has her bed and she has a little bathroom that she uses at the start of part 2. I imagine that everybody has that. So, like, when the characters came looking for Fog, they would come into his team's barracks or whatever. But, like, he's not around because he's in his room. You know, depressed. I don't know. Like, I mean, I should probably make these things clearer, but, like, it's too late. If I was to make them clearer, I would have to go back into different old chapters and rewrite stuff, which admittedly I really wanted to do, because I understand that I'm not the best at it. And I realized that there's certain details that I definitely should have put out there already, and I didn't. Anyway, so I think now we can leave NLA. I don't have much else to talk about here, in terms of the fic verse. You know, that we know to have... Ooh, it's raining. We know to have that units are, we know where the life hold now is, and all that stuff, so we can just leave. And this is the exit that everybody uses, and there have been fics where I've mixed up the exits. I don't know if I managed to capture every single error and fix it, but Eastgate, administrative, Westgate, no one in the right mind uses it. Because everybody who plays this game spawns in the barracks or in this area because this is where you take on missions and other random tasks, and so when you're gonna go out into the town, you go out through this gate. If you know someone personally who plays the game and runs over to the other gate and uses that one, you gotta stop being friends with them immediately. Because they're doing it wrong. Like, where even is that gate? What district is that gate in? I still get... Yeah, me too, I do. I never remember which one's which. Is it the industrial district? Yeah, it is. It's so weird. And this is where you enter the game through. And it's the only time this area is used. So the industrial district has the west gate. The administrative district has the east gate. Oh, Boitoke. I always forget that that's what this one is. I've gotten them mixed up in my fix, and I always go back in and try to fix them, but I'm 99% sure there are just some errors around. Also, while I'm here, let me talk about, because we saw Fry out over by the bar, because of course he was over by the bar. I even had that chapter set up where they celebrated in the bar after landing on Mira. Fry dedicated time to getting the bar set up first and foremost, because of course he did. I think this is a Skell hanger down here. Isn't this where Doug hangs out? Who, Doug? You know Doug, the guy that I wrote out of my fix, and so he's not there anymore. As I need to stress, I did not write Doug out of negative. It's not like Lao. I didn't write Doug out because I didn't like him. I simply wrote him out because I felt like it fit more with his character. Because he is really close friends with Lao. So, I just, and because he like in game, he's the only person of the party who's not happy with learning the truth about the Lifehold. I mean, everybody else has doubts, but he's the one who actively voiced his dislike of what they did at the end of the game when they're talking with Elma and she's revealing everything. He's like, "Those aren't our real bodies," and he's really upset about it. But the thing about it is, and this is also my main issue with the way Lao was written, is that it's too late. Everything's already done. Exodus happened. We crashed on the planet. Everything's over. It's too late to have issues with it. You know, like, I understand that, like, what's the word? Thematically, you don't agree with it, but you can't raise a stink about it anymore because we're done. It's over. It was all done and over with, and I just... So, from that perspective, I think Lao makes even less sense. But Doug... Like, I appreciated it, like, while I did think it was a little weird, I also appreciated it because he was offering that other perspective. Everybody else was kind of split on it, but he was actively against it. And so because of that, when, in my fic, because he figures out, because Lao tells him the truth, while they're still on Earth, that kind of gets him to commit to deciding not to go through with it. Like, as opposed to taking a mim and doing everything and then finding out what happened, he finds out at the beginning and he decides not to mim up and not to get on the arc. Of course, like, alternate universe me here, I can't ever stop thinking about plots that I've written in the past and things that I've done that I was like, what if I did this differently? And someone mentioned to me, it was a Rex who reads Mira as well and leaves really long reviews on every chapter. He didn't expect Doug to be left behind on Earth and not follow through with everybody because he thought Doug would want to come to settle his father's debts, which is the main reason he's here in the game. And honestly, I completely forgot about that aspect of his character, that he's gathering money to pay off debts that don't matter because everybody who those debts are owed to are all dead. Like, his dad's dead, so he can't pay anything back, and the people who he owed money to are dead too, so they can't be paid back. But he's doing it anyway because out of a sense of, like, responsibility. And so because of that, I realized that I could... Yeah, that's true. I could have made it so that Doug chooses to go through with the Mim and the Arc and coming to Mira, specifically to atone for Lao's crimes on Earth. And you know what Doug would do while he's on Mira? He would take Fry's role from Part 2. So in that version of events where Doug follows and actually comes to Mira, he would be the one that dies at the end of Part 2 instead of Fry. So that was a completely alternate take that I just wrote. Like, I thought it all out and wrote it all in my brain one day, and I was like, I could have done this. And the main advantage over doing that was that I would get to keep Fry. Because I really like Fry. And I could have a Fry and Janix interact again. Because they were like my favorite pair to write of the Interceptor group. It was, I think, Fry and Janix, then Fry and Irina, then Fry and Gwyn. I mean, Janix and Fry, Janix and Irina, Janix and Gwyn, when it came to Interceptor relationships to write. All the timelines where Fry lives. Yep, pretty much. So we're gonna leave now, and we're gonna do something important, which is called running around outside instead of inside. Terabas are quite possibly the cutest things known to man. That is true. Terabas are pretty adorable. They have gigantic ears. Oh my gosh. Sorry, sir. I didn't know you were there. And here we are in Primordia. So, at the start of, excuse me. At the start of the fic, or not at the start, in the second chapter of part 2, I wrote out all about how the world changes. And one thing that I included was, third part actually, because the second part was the flashback, was the roads that they had established as leading from NLA to Primordia, NLA to Oblivia, and NLA to North Point. So there is a road that connects New Los Angeles to Noctua. And it goes through Primordia to Noctua. And then it ends up in Wetboat Town. And then there's a road that goes through Primordia, through Oblivia, to Shore's Edge. And then there's a road that goes through Primordia to North Point. And so North Point is the easiest one to find because that's where the one of Nagi's quests takes place. Because it's where the Lifehold is. The Lifehold Archive in Primordia. Near it, on that beach, is now like a town. The North Point Settlement, which is primarily human-run. Oh, there's this fucker. Oh, did I step on something? I did. Sorry, sir. Stupid bug. Nice try. Alright, loot. I mean, why not? I don't know if I didn't realize I stepped on something. Yeah, this thing's very small. So it doesn't have a lot of my super destructive stuff. Oh yeah, there it is! I was right! You saw that? I was right, that giant sword is the flail. That is the... Oh my gosh, I actually knew something. Something actually retained in my brain from my 200 hours of playing this game. Oh man, I didn't know that! That was luck. That was absolute luck. I called that, and I thought I was full of shit. Because it doesn't look like it detaches, really. Like, see, it looks like it's solid all the way through. The Mega Flame Mallet. Buster 2? Is that what it is? How do I... Can I check my scale parts while I'm in it, or do I have to be back here at a base to do that? Oh, here we go. Oh, this is all language that's new to me. Is that what that is? The Buster? No, it is not. No, the Buster's the thing on the back. That thing. G2 Buster, is that it? Yep, that's it. Okay, yeah, that's what it is. Sakuraba Industries, gravity weapon. I kind of wish there was like something with highlights so I know what I'm looking at, because all the icons are really small and I can't tell what it's pointing to. Oh, the attacks are lighting up on the bottom. Well, that helps. That helps a little bit. Yeah. Yeah, that is the G2 Buster. The Mega Flame Mallet, didn't make that one. I only made the cannon. I don't even know what it's called. Once again, I don't want to start flying because I want to listen to Primordia music, but no. Can I put the map on the big screen, or is the map only available on the gamepad? Zenith Cannon. That sounds like what it is. That sounds correct. Can we just go back and admit how cool the where is it? You know, I think there's actually a lot of HUD that I disabled because I was like, I'm such a pro at this game, I don't need to see the controls. But now I don't even know how to jump, so I should probably see if I could turn those on. Camera settings. Is it here? Oh, display settings, UI elements. Minimap. Scale fuel. I mean, I don't even know why I need that. Slow voice. Division, squad, task indicators, controls. Controls. Enemy level indicators. Toggle gamepad screen. Oh, that just does what I can do with the button. At least I can save it anytime, that's nice. The strongest super weapon if optimized is the G pile driver, but the strongest non-super weapon are the disc bombs. The Mega Flame was for my disc bomb Lila. Did I mention that the Mega Flame bullet thing is a cool name? The G pile driver, the disc. I don't know what those are. Like, super honest, I haven't played this game in a while. 1,029 days to be exact. Rad. Yeah, there's the mini-map. Hello, who are you? Luciel the Eternal. Oh, this feels much better. Yeah, that big scale is pretty cool, like design-wise, but it cannot turn for shit. I think it was the Excavator was the one that the Cheeto was built on. Hello, sir. Yeah, maybe I should go get some people to join me just in case, because I don't know what my stats are. Like, I'm pretty sure I could destroy that thing, but still. And where's the fun in plotting if you're just gonna be all by yourself? Let me go grab some people. Who is standing outside my home? I think it was Gnosis, Pongo, and Alicia. Who's Gnosis? Did anyone know Gnosis? Is that familiar with anyone? That cross, that he belongs to someone? There's a lost child here. I'm trying to return to his parents. Oh no, Zach's here now. Or rather, oh, you're not Zach, you're Paige. I think Paige was her name. No, that's not Paige. That's the other one. The fish lady. And Kane's here too. Oh, they swapped out. What was the fish lady's name? Thade. Thade. It was meant to be. I don't think I want her on my team anymore. Being completely honest. I'm just playing, I just thought that'd be funny. I don't remember that was always your greeting. I actually know all these characters. Never enough mint puns. No, I think that you passed the limit of mint puns when you use the 1-1. You're forbidden from using puns. Alright, I got people now. We can go do fun stuff. Although they're just gonna be running after my car because I didn't give them any skulls. But that's okay. You can always put everyone in the skulls later. Take on some giant monsters. Till then, we're fine. Yeah, Primordia has a lot more vegetation than I thought it did. But it also doesn't have enough. It doesn't have what I would call forests. I kind of wish there was a technical term for those things because I never knew what to call them. The giant rocks like levitating over the entire region. The massive structures. Ahoy there! I don't know who you are. Are you someone on my squad? Also, apparently I think I changed Janix's voice back. Because I had altered her voice for a bit to be more like her. Because I think it's either the mature or the soldier voice that fits Janix way more than the independent voice. As I've stated like 60 million times, the only reason I use the independent voice for Janix is because I like Kira Buckland a lot. So I was like, oh cool, I can get her to voice my character, done. Alright, so fight a thing. Yeah, that's definitely Kira Buckland. I kind of wish that that there were more like fire-related moves in this game, but the only one that is there is I think Incendiary Edge. I don't even think that's fire. Actually, what's it called? There's that one move that the characters like light their blades on fire and it increases your offense. Is it just offensive stance? Yeah, Burning Slash. No, but I meant, you know, visually, the one where they like. Oh yeah, offensive stance. Okay, I see it. Yeah, that's what I meant. Like, I know that it's not actually fire elemental, but I just think it's a cool thing because it looks like that. Also, I mean, like, I guess the other issue I have with the katanas is, of course, they're super strong. Everybody does the katana, what is it, what's the name of that weapon? The receding rust? Something like that? With the dual guns, and that's, like, absurdly broken. Blossom Dance bullshit thing? I don't know, I don't remember what it was called. Even though I should know because that's the build that I use when I go fight the Global Nemesis. Yep, from Lugobanda, yes. That's the build that I use when I go fight the Global Nemesis, because it's really stupid, really broken. Oh, hey, look, a man. Donuts! Bewitched Glaive plus dual guns. Yeah, Blossom Dance. Yeah, that's what I do. I know some people found the most absurd ways to, like, just maximize output in this game, and I'm like, you know what? I'm good. Like, I can fight the Global Nemesis on, like, relatively equal footing, so I'm satisfied. I don't really need anything more stupid busted than that. The only thing I can't do is the super bosses. They all suck. I cheesed Telethia as best as I could just to get that percentage rating, and I don't have it for Janix because I've never beaten Telethia again. I beat it once with Cruz. I recorded the video. It's on my YouTube. It's not an impressive fight at all. So if you go into it expecting like 10 out of 10 gameplay, don't. It's not good. It's super basic. There's nothing crazy about it. Blah blah blah. That's fine. I don't really care. I wasn't like, I'm gonna be awesome. I was just like, I just want to beat this thing and get the percentage rating on it. Because I wanted to 100% the game. And I did! So that's all that matters. I'm a king. Not really. So according to my map on the gamepad, where is it? Shit. Here we go. So Primordia is 96.5% complete. Noctilum is 95.7. Oblivia is 98.9. Sylvalum is 96.8. And Caldros is 90.9. As for NLA, the residential district is 91.6, administrative 95.3, commercial 91.8, industrial 88.8, and the man on ship 82.6. So in total, the survey rate of the planet is 91.98. So I did pretty well with Janix. Obviously I didn't get everything. I don't know if this thing's gonna kill us, but whatever. Oh dang, yeah, it killed us. I thought you guys were squad mates. Everybody screwed up there. Actually, remember, I used to be able to fight these guys. But once again, I don't know how I did it. It's been so long since I played this game. Where's my skull? Oh, there you are. I mean, so you reach a certain level of, well, that's kind of dumb. Like, I mean, I think the scaling in this game could definitely use some work. Like, I get that the big enemies are supposed to be strong, but if it's like level 30 and I'm level 60, it shouldn't be able to one-shot everybody. Like, for real. Should be a bit more fair. I feel like it's really hard finding anything fun to fight once you've beaten the game, because either everything dies immediately, or everything kills you immediately. Like, where is there a challenge I can find that isn't overpowered, you know what I mean? Oh, sorry. Oh, sorry. I'm not doing it on purpose. Oh, sorry. Oh, these are Ovis. Balance breaker. Huh. Well, I don't know anything about my own thing. I don't know anything about builds. I just left my character with whatever they had on when I was playing with. I didn't know what I was doing the last time I was playing this game. If I was doing anything specific. I doubt I was. Alright, let's see. Using my mini-map. Where's NLA? There you are. So, this is the East Gate, correct? Have I look at the map? Let's see, where am I? Oh, there I am. No, this is the other gate. This is the dumb gate, the gate we don't use. Mixed up the gates again. Yes, I did. That's the stupid gate. The gate that no one's allowed to use ever. Wait, no. No, that's the correct gate. Wait, really? Yeah, because the tower is there, so that's the one, the administrative, right? Now I'm confused again. I have 300 hours in this game. I'm good with the tutorial stuff. I don't really need it. Because I just... It's not like I'm going to come back to playing this game and try to build anything. I'm good. I'm satisfied with what I've accomplished and what I've left incomplete. Let me see. No, yeah, this is the correct exit. Then why does it look so weird? So is this... Wait a second. How do I do this? There we go. Yeah, this is the East Gate. Can I zoom? Oh, I can. Oh, alright. So, according to... Anyone remember where I put my map? Of 2060 Mira? Yeah. I've never. I was gonna say I'd never replayed the story, but that's a lie, because I replayed it for Janix. I did it with Cruz, and then I did it again with Janix. No real intention to do it all again. Although, I mean, well, I was gonna say maybe I should, but I don't really want to. Shit. I did. I drew it. I drew the map and I put it in the Discord sometime back, like shortly after Part 2 of the fic debuted. I just don't remember what I did with it. Peculiar. I'm looking for it. Give me a moment. Because I know I posted it. I just don't remember what channel I put it in. I look up map. Let me look up map and see if anything comes up. No, that's... What's Owl's Nest? What's... Oh, she's, me and Delta were talking about Days of Ruin. Oh, here we go. I found your comment on it. I found Neon's comment on it. Here it is. Okay. Wow, that is very tiny. So I'll post it again in creative. I'll put it in the live stream chat on the Discord. There we go. Okay, so as you can see, when I look down at the map now, my actual map. So here's the east gate where it comes out of. Here's the road. This is the road that takes you to Oblivia. It's like fully developed and everything 4 years later. So it's like a lot clearer, it's not dirt. But it takes you down pretty much where it already goes. It goes all the way to Janpath Lake, which is over here. And it goes around the lake this way, up the cliff sides, past the North Janpath Plain. So like the road probably comes over on the left side where the Senicula are, farther away from the shore. Then it cuts across over the top here, and it should link up over there, which then takes you to Oblivia. And that's the road. The second Primordia Road is what it's called. Which then becomes the Oblivia Road once you transfer into Oblivia. And here we are, Desert Town. There's a sandstorm going on, because that's great. I hate you guys a lot, very much so. Beam boom, beam boom, beam boom boom, beam boom 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 boom. Oh, my stream froze there for a second. I was very concerned. Yeah, it has been a while since I shared it, the map, but yeah. So it takes you into Oblivia through this way. Oh shoot! Follow me. Yeah, this one's a lot simpler because it goes over. Well, it doesn't go over here. It should just go down and around before it comes back into the main plains. And it goes along. It doesn't go along. Actually, it doesn't go along because it stretches on a bit further. Yeah, I'm looking down at my gamepad, so that's why I'm driving like a mess. Oh no, these are the things that Alicia hates. Yeah, it should cut through here because eventually it'll hit up the river. Yeah, there it is. The road goes up to the river and then it continues alongside the river. Right here. Yeah, the road follows the river all the way down to the shore where the Rothian port town is. This is a long river. The map on my screen is like, oh wow, I'm almost at the end of the river, but then I look down like, no I'm not, barely halfway. Yeah, at the end of the river is it's on the right, it looks like, according to my map. And of course it's nice to have these base camps and these little outposts set up here, like in-game, because then you can just imagine that 4 years later they're a bit more fortified. Oh yeah, they probably had to build a bridge here, or they probably did some mining here to like make a clearer, easier road to go down. Maybe build a ramp or something. Just imagine that something's there. Okay. So, and then it goes down and here. Right? Yep, this is it. This is where the Rothian port town is. Right here. In this clearing. Oh, look at this motherfucker. Who are you? Silvestri, the morning light.
Time to get serious. Stay focused. Special delivery.
That grenade had great aim. Are you gonna come down here and fight me, or are you gonna stay up there, huh?
Special delivery.
I switched to my gun. I forget that this thing has a gun. It has a gun, right? Yeah, I got a sword and I got a gun. Oh, someone toppled it. That absolutely was not me, though. I'm not taking credit for that. Oh yeah. Cockpit time. Smack it. Smack it. I don't know who toppled it. Oh, I forgot I could do that with this scale. Alright, well I didn't kill it because I was holding it in place. Who took that kill? Which one of you assholes took that kill? Pongo, is that you? Wait, no, Pongo's not here. Wait, no, is Pongo here? I forget. Who's on my team? It's Kane, Zach, and... So no, it wasn't Pongo. Sorry, Pongo, I didn't mean to blame you. Someone took that kill. Anyway, but yeah, this is where Shore's Edge is. According to the little icons I wrote. So that's nice. It's nice to find where I actually put everything. And that it makes some sense. Obviously, when I was sketching the lines on the map, I didn't have the game open. So I didn't know that there was that big cliff next to the river over there on the left. But just imagine that they smooth that out, they go through the tunnel, or heck, they just go around. Maybe they just go around it. Scout releasing soon. Hey, who told you guys could leave? I don't know what it means by that. Oh, these things are cool. How do I get out of this skull again? Of course, I had to give Janix like the biggest gun I could imagine. Even though I think like the ether rifles or whatever they're called, the ray guns are probably bigger. But I think like from a realistic standpoint, this is probably like The heaviest one, I want to say? I don't know. I just like the idea of her having absurdly big weapons.
I know. Type there. Say goodbye to you. Now close the gap. I know. Zero trigger. The attack today. I know. I figured you'd win. You guys are tough.
Yeah, my thing. I do need TP to use my stuff, of course. Yeah, I had it left on something for that. But you know, there's something I can do about it. I mean, I could swap to a different, like, equipment set. Maybe I have a different build somewhere, but I don't know. Oh, yeah, look, Grex's. AKA the enemies everybody uses for their gosh dang RPs.
Going all out. I know. I figured we'd win.
Gotta make the most of what we learn.
Not a call out, I'm guilty of it too. I mean, the villains for the for part 2 were Grex's that were like expanding their territory. Only until you found out it wasn't Grex's, it was a Chimera that was doing that. Oh gosh. I can see why Alicia hates these things.
I know. I figured we'd win.
Gotta make the most of what we learn.
Strike up close for an adrenaline boost.
True Stream Edge deals weapon damage with morale boost TP. Tornado Blade deals weapon damage with an aura boost TP. Deals damage when taunted. Yeah, it definitely seems everything I have is revolves around TP. Haha. I'm not surprised. That was definitely stuff I was using more for the global nemesis. Those gosh dang waterfalls, they always pop up when you least expect it. Waterfalls. I had that art of the friendship betrayal. Yeah, we just keep running them over. But I mean, how am I supposed to know? Some of these things look like plants, but then the other ones are actually plant monsters. There's no sense. Where did I park the car? Do we have like a beeper in this game? Like a key ring? I can go and like it lights up and goes doot doot. That'd be very nice to have. I don't know where it is. Is there like an icon on the map? I'm just not finding. Oh wait, there it is. I see it. I see it. It's the big blue dot on the map. If I didn't notice it, I would run away. It's right over there. I was about to run off without it. Alright, so we're done in Oblivia. Because the other thing is, where Gajarg is currently, that cave home that the Rothian are hiding out in, they expand that in 4 years and it becomes the First Fang. They're like capital city, basically, as you know from the fix. So yeah, that's the only other place of interest in Oblivia. Beyond that, it's Desert Land. I didn't put anything else here. I don't know if I'm gonna dive into the lore of the Ring, Squad Mission Invitation, Legendary Drake. Oh, there's an online thing going on. I think that's what that is, huh? I don't know if I want to join it. Oh, it's this ugly fucker. Forgot about him. Jeez, there's terrifying stuff everywhere in this game. Yeah, the little blue sphere. Took me a while to notice it. Like, I keep... Oh, actually, you know who we can visit while we're here? I mean, not here, actually. We'll have to go to Sylvan for it. I think that's Sylvan, because you can tell from the big glowing ball that is visible from, like, across the entire planet. Yes, I think no, that's NLA. I'm looking at the wrong one, right? Yeah, that should be like based on the map. Yeah, that's NLA. Never mind. The Sylvalum is over there somewhere. Oh, there's stuff in the air too. How do I turn on the labels again? Hmm. This is fun. I've been streaming for an hour and a half already. Uh-oh. using L shop as a ramp. There it is. There we go. That's the life hold thing, so North Point should be around here somewhere. Here we are, North Point Cove. So North Point Settlement is somewhere around here. I don't have an exact image for where it would be. Probably down there, maybe, or over here. But yeah, this is where the settlement is, in this general area, 4 years later. And this is where the other road takes you. Because the second Primoria road branches off. One part goes to Janpath Lake and ends up in Oblivia. The other one cuts up past the Silent Mire to come here. So we're gonna go hit up the other road now, the one that takes us to Noctua and Wet Boat Town, as I so geniusly called it. I hate you. And it's Nopon naming. I had to name it some ridiculous stuff, right? Oh yeah! Look at that scale. Great parking. Yeah, but yeah, the Nopon named their port town Wet Boat Town, and they named their treetop home Up High Village. Because of course they did. Oh right, I forgot. You're right, the other continents. So we were just in Oblivion. I messed that up. I forgot to talk about that. Yeah, so where Shore's Edge is, across from there is another continent. I forget what I called it. I think I gave it a name. Like, all right. So if you look at the world map of Mira, at least the one in the game, Noctilum, Oblivia, and Primordia are connected. I call that entire 3-region zone the origin continent, because that's where they started. And then Sylvalum and Caldros are a separate continent. I forgot. I don't think I named that one, actually. But yes, off of the coast of Shore's Edge, you go in that direction for an unspecified amount of time, and you should reach another continent. That is, I believe, not where Fog went. I think Fog went the way that we're going now. Alright, all my scouts are leaving. Bye-bye. Yeah, I think it was out here that Elma and Fog had their last conversation, and then she just stood there as he walked off. And she watched him go until she couldn't see him anymore. Yeah, Fog walked to Wet Boat Town, and then he took the boat to Arcus Pluvius, the Clurian capital, in Rendalum, or was it Ostium? I forget what region it is. I created both those regions, and I forgot which one's where. I forgot if Rendalum is the one off of Noctilum or Ostium, and then the other one is off Oblivia. I think it's Ostium, where Arcus Pluvius is. Which, if you know from the thing, because Albus and Fervus are Latin, I just decided that all Clurians are Latin except for Celica, and so everyone's like, well, why isn't Celica Latin? And then the answer to that is there isn't one. That's all. So Albus and Fervus are Latin for black and white, respectively. Arcus Pluvius, the capital city that they created in Ostium, is Latin for rainbow. Erdia, right! You're correct. Erdia. Erdia is the region. Man, I forgot a lot of stuff about my own universe. I guess I was more interested in specifically on the stuff that I can actually go to in game. But yeah, Erdia is located south of NLA, I believe. I look at the map. It's just because in my head I always imagine NLA in a different situation. No, yeah, south of NLA. So south of NLA, past Unit 2, you keep going down, you'll find Erdia, an island region surrounded by what is called the Eternal Tempest, which is just a storm that never ends. So going into Erdia is pretty tough. And in Fic Universe, Celica led a team to Erdia to do some exploring, and she came back shortly after Fry's death and learned about it then. And she was spending time with Penta and Senti in the one appearance that Celica had in Part 2. She has not appeared again since, but I mean no one has because we're not in NLA anymore. But you're correct, yeah, it's Erdia. So yeah, I'm gonna say Ostium is off of Noctilum, Rendalum is off of Oblivia, and then Erdia is south of NLA. And then where Elma is now with Janix is in the direction, it's off of Oblivia, but it's not Rendalum. It's like north of that. It's northeast. It's very far away, basically. She's as far from NLA, I think she said this in the most recent chapter, that she's as far from NLA as she can possibly be. She's as far from anywhere familiar as she could possibly be. Trying to see the map. So yeah, the road, the second Primordia road, or the first one, third one, what? Oh no, the first one, yeah, this is the first one. It's supposed to cut through here, I think, according to the map. It's a weird one, because it basically is, I don't know exactly where it's going. It's not going this way though, because it takes us to, oh yeah, it takes us past the Beyond Hill water purification plant, so it is going this way. Hey look, yay! Yeah, it takes us off of there. I have no clue where I'm going. Because every time I think I'm heading towards Noctilum, I look at the map and it's like, you're going in the complete not Noctilum direction. Yeah, this way is Noctilum. So, let's go up high. Where's NLA? There we go. So yeah, that's the entrance for NLA, so if you could just trace with your mind past that river down right underneath where we are. It has to go up that way, though. Oh, I see the road now. There it is. Oh, I can see it now. So yeah, it just links up with this road right here. See, it goes down that way across the river. Then it comes over here. Because here's the road. And it should continue this way, and I think this should take us to Noctilum. It's very confusing. Obviously, these roads are paved, probably because in-universe they're just making those regular trips to Noctilum, but because it's been forever since I've played, I don't know where anything is. Yeah, this is it. This is the entrance to Noctilum. I have been told that if you try to come here before the game lets you, that there's like an invisible wall, I think? Like, in my head I imagine it being an NPC standing here and telling you can't go this way. But maybe it's just a wall, I'm not sure. So for give me a second. Shoot, wait, where'd it go? Where did my thing go? Let her perch. Oh gosh. That's all that that's Alicia's, she perches everywhere. Yeah, I was told that it was blocked off. I don't remember who told me, but I don't know how it was blocked off. So if you start a new game, when the characters are telling you to go to NLA, like I guess at the beginning of the game when you're just with Alma, maybe try to go to Noctilum or Oblivia and see what happens. Sylvalum, see if you actually are blocked off. I've been told that yes, you are, but because I've never started a new game, I've never tried it, so I don't know. Maybe you could look at. Maybe actually I find like a YouTube video or something showing that off. I don't know. Never thought about it. But so the confusing thing is, if you look at my map that I drew for this, I don't know the topography of Noctilum, so I just wrote Oblivia Road. I just wrote Noctilum Road. I think Elma blocks you off in Chapter 1. I believe it. That makes sense to me, because she's trying to get you to go to frickin' NLA. She's like, stop wandering, you dummy. So I just wrote Noctilum Road, because I have no freaking clue how to connect from here. So the road connects to what's that place called? The lake. You know where the giant Zedon is, right? The one in the water. So the Noctilum Road is supposed to take us from here to the Zedon. The thing is, I don't think there's any realistic way to plot a road that takes you all the way there. But just imagine that in the 4 years between now and Xenoblade Chronicles Mirror, they figured it out. I think Noctilum... No, wait, never mind. I was going to say I think Noctilum has my favorite area music in the game, but then I remembered Sylvalum's music is pretty dang awesome.
Strike up close for an adrenaline boost. True Stream Edge!
Even though the story lets you in here at level 15 with this level 33 enemies. Yeah, the freaking... The enemy concentration in this game is kind of bizarre. Like, it's not a bad thing. It definitely makes, like, wandering the world, like, you actually need to pay attention to what you're doing. The planet's guardian, Jazza. Yeah, I see people inviting me to do the thing, but I'm still doing my little tour. So just imagine that where I'm walking, there's a road. And if I hit a dead end, we'll just pretend that the road isn't actually there. Because it's supposed to take us to, the Zedon Man. Hey, Oscar.
No more games. You're staying right here.
It's always fun. I'm good at the button prompts. I don't like you, Oscar. I remember this guy being a real pain in the ass. Like when you're trying to come through this area the first time.
Special delivery.
Just blow him up. I don't like him. He's polluting the skyline.
That did something. Try toppling it with gunfire.
Dead. Die, Oscar. Caldros OST is intentionally is it? What do you mean distorted? Okay, I'm heading the wrong way? I don't know. Noctilum is set up really oddly. In my head, I imagine Noctilum looks a lot different overhead than it actually does. Like if you look at a map of Noctilum, it doesn't look, it looks really bizarre because it's in like two pieces. Because there's that big mountain area that connects the lower half to the upper half. Actually, in three pieces. It's got the lower half, the upper half, and then the roost, the divine roost. So it's a very strange place. I think I'm going the right way. Yeah, here we are. I think this is it. Yeah, here we are. Made it. So, yeah, you can actually just walk there. So they probably set up a really complicated, tiny road. And then there is a town here now. Staticky, sorta, huh? So yeah, that guy is not there anymore. He's fucking dead. And instead, in this area, there's a town. And it's built completely on the water. So it's got like stilts and everything. It's like rafts, wood. It's just that kind of town, like if you can imagine it. And the boats go out that way, and then they go out into the ocean, and then they're gone. And then they go off to Ostium. This is where Fogg got on his boat, and then he left, and he never came back. I mean, I don't know. He didn't make anything. He didn't say anything about never coming back. He's just gonna figure things out. How long that takes him is totally up to him. So yeah, over here. So it's off in that direction that Rendalum is, and it's off in that direction that Fog went. Never to be seen again. And that's all that's here. I didn't see any reason to construct anything up north in Noctilum, given that that's where frickin' Telethia is, and like, we'll just ignore it. It doesn't bug us, we won't bug it. Oh hey, it's these guys with symbols on their heads. What's in here? Oh, the cave theme's playing. Y'all remember the cave theme? Oh, this fucking thing. I hate that thing. Is this where Lugobanda is? Or is that a different cave? Anyone know? Oh no, that's a different cave, definitely. Jimbo. Yeah, I thought so. I have no interest in fighting Lugobanda.
This could get ugly. Weaken the enemy. Bullet storm. Offensive stamp.
There you go, that was a fire move right there. Oh, jeez, wow, that murdered him really hard. He had HP and then he didn't. And then he didn't. So what level is this plant thing anyway? It's gonna throw me.
Oh, great.
Oh, it's level 60. Well, that's not cool at all. It's not even a unique. It's just sludge.
You're staying right here. This takes some pressure off.
Alright, this thing's strong.
Doing better. Heal me.
Definitely not the kind of thing you should fight alone.
This missile's got
But my scouts abandoned me.
going to the ground.
Well, I mean, I don't have really any choice now, do I?
Bullet storm. Ready? Let's see this victory is within reach. Time for overdrive.
Oh, it stuck me. I forgot that they could do that. Oh no, it's doing the launch thing. I remember this.
Joke's over.
I don't think anyone will ever forget this. Gosh, these guys really suck, don't they? Yeah, these guys really suck, don't they? Yeah, I mean, if I had buddies, maybe it'd be different, but I'm all by myself right now. Where am I now? These guys suck. Right, yeah, they spawn you in weird places. Like, the checkpoint system of this game is a little bizarre. Not a complaint, just, well, I mean, I don't know where I am. Maybe it's probably landmarks. It probably goes by landmarks. That makes sense. So, where is the Divine Roost? It's over there. This way. I started up a new file on my alt account on the anniversary for my second cross. The terrible turn isn't there. Huh. So yeah, what are the missions right now? Oh, what's this? Oh hey, look, I got a quest for dealing with Gizang. I gotta defeat a tyrant? 4 tyrants. I have 4 tyrants on here. Maybe I should do these. Or at least the tyrants. Why not? It's probably nothing difficult. I'll go back to LA and pick some people up to help me. Yeah, Gizang's in the fic. He's the main Rothian, and him and Gulada are the ones that I chose to use for the teams. So it's not just a bunch of OCs. It's also some what is this? What am I looking at? It's also some other characters actually from the game. Gosh, Noctua is very massive actually. I'm nowhere near the Divine Roost.